Hey everyone, it's time for our week 2 team builder for the CGC Draft League. So again, on one side we'll have our team lineup, and the other side will be our opponent's team lineup. So let's get into Kim and I talk about the team strats for this week. So our opponent is Sherwood Berry Bandits, Squids.
This is the one where I saw Palafin and Cole, and I was like, oh, why hasn't anyone thought of this yet?
I think like the Palafin and Cole are like their only method of like fast mons. I don't think, well, Electrode's fast too, but
Right. I mean, even if you don't activate, if you don't activate Steam Engine, you could still use Cole under Trick Room, I guess.
yeah.
But then you'd have to have the other ability, Flash Fire, I guess, or Flame Body. And there is the Palisand, which is also a Trick Room option, I guess. Because they have Mimikyu and they have like Brute Bonnet, so I would assume like that would love to be in Trick Room.
Yeah, so like I'm just trying to think of like speed control of, would we want to try and have specific speed control, or if we think they're gonna go Trick Room.
I really love the taunt on Mousehold. Guess Mimikyu could be more likely to have a mental herb in that case.
Yeah. So I don't know if we want to try and go bring like some slow mons for if Squids gets Trick Room set up, or if it looks like they're gonna bring Trick Room, just so we were slower. Do we just want to try and underspeed everything and for sure get Trick Room up, but then we have to play mind games of, is Mimikyu gonna unset it?
So I guess we should look at what is their fastest mon, and can we outspeed that mon in Trick Room? Or sorry, in Tailwind. Because if we can, then we could go all in on Tailwind and have some like backups with Taunt and things like that to try and stop a possible Trick Room. So like, I guess Palafin is base 100. Sneasel is 115, which is pretty fast. Electrode seems to be their fastest, which is 180. Who made this thing 180?
I think
Or, sorry,
Electrode.
150. Oh my god.
I think Electrode is just like the fastest mon, like, because it wasn't, well, Electrode is not in here, but I think in like Scarlet Violet, I think it's the fastest.
Jeez. Okay. Okay, so what is the fastest thing that we have that would be good up against that? Because we don't really have anything that can really match that. I don't think.
No. I mean, we could always try, what's Brambleghast speed? Because if we do Tailwind, Wind Rider boosts its attack, but I don't think Brambleghast is that fast either.
So Brambleghast is interesting because it's base 90.
Okay.
But it's the attack that gets boosted by Tailwind and Wind moves. So I think it'd have to be supported by maybe a Scarf if we want that to be something that goes super fast. But yeah, like I'm not really seeing. I mean, obviously, if we get a Tailwind up, we have things that can well, do we? What is the? All right, if I'm assuming they're gonna do like max speed, right?
But do they have a Tailwind setter?
Squawkabilly?
Oh, does that get Tailwind?
It does get Tailwind.
Is Mouse faster than Squawkabilly? We taunt it.
92 versus
1009?
Yes. Yes. We can make it faster than Squawkabilly. So yeah, Taunt is still an option, and probably a good option. And yeah, so if they do max speed electrode, where is speed? Speed. This one is a special attacker, right?
Electrode?
So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So max speed electrode is 222. And even with a tailwind, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, even with the tailwind, we have some mons that can outspeed. But if they get up their own tailwind, no, it's going to be the fastest thing.
Okay. But I also think we should try and like Electrode does get explosion, and if you like Terra normal explosion, like Brambleghast is ghost type, right? So we'd be immune to it.
We would be, yes.
So I think that's another thing that we can keep in mind if there's an explosion.
True.
Or literally just throw protects on things, because we did not have that much protect last time.
Do you think explosion's like gonna be a viable option though? It's a physical, well, I guess it's a really powerful physical move, but yeah, I mean Brambleghast wouldn't be affected by it. I mean, I like Brambleghast in general because I do feel like we should bring Tailwind. So if we're bringing Tailwind anyway, it would be a good chance to like play around with that mon.
Gotcha. And then so our Tailwind setters, Jumpluff and Iron Jug, right?
Yes. Which I think, like, I don't know, like it's possible we could bring both of them just to have multiple options. I mean, Jumpluff gets the Fairy Wind strat that I showed you, which is probably what we are going to need because we're going to want to self-proc our own Wind Rider ability.
Yeah.
So that's probably essential for the Brambleghast strat. I do think we should have Taunt to stop their Tailwind, yes. I do think that's something we should still do.
Again, unless if like they have Mental Herb, but then we find that out game 1, and then we can kind of figure it out later on if we...
Right. Arcanine is very...
Arcanine can do a lot.
Scary. But I think, I mean, if we are gonna, like, say we do Brambleghast, Jumpluff, and Iron Jug, that's 2 mons that are already flying, so we could always bring Primeape again for a good, like, Earthquake coverage, and that would be strong into Arcanine. I think I want to see how much a regular Earthquake is doing to Arcanine, and see if maybe it might even be worth Terra Grounding to do, like, to possibly KO it.
I don't think there's anything on their team that would... Squawkabilly would be the only thing that would avoid.
Earthquake?
Also Earthquake, so I think Earthquake's pretty solid to throw up on Primeape.
Yeah, even into Electrode. Actually, yeah, I think Earthquake's looking pretty strong. Not gonna lie.
Exactly. And if we can always, like... I mean, if we also throw, like, Follow Me on Mouse again, like, maybe we just go, again, a supportive Mouse.
Support Mouse for what, though? Just to protect Primeape and Brambleghast?
Yeah, because for both of them, I think we can do, if we throw, like, Follow Me on Mouse and just make again.
Because Jumpluff also gets Rage Powder.
So we just have the 2 of them support whichever attacker we think. Unless if we wanted more Jumpluff support, since we do need the Tailwind setup.
So obviously we have to put Tailwind on it, but Jumpluff has a lot of different things it can do. So, I mean, my personal favorite is always Pollen Puff to heal up your own mons, and then we can do Rage Powder. We can do Strength Sap to reduce any physical attackers that might be really scary, like Palafin, like Brute Bonnet, like Colossal's special, right?
I think so. But Pollen Puff is also very solid, because if they don't Terra their Brute Bonnet, that's 4 times effective.
Yeah, so against Brute Bonnet, against Palafin, even against Mimikyu, who is more of a physical attacker, against, isn't Palisand. No, Palisand's special. So it's against a good couple of threatening mons. You could use Strength Snap if that's something you want to do. There's always Sleep Powder. I think Strength Snap is nice to protect your partner because you're lowering the attack. The other attacks do less damage on you. We could do Follow Me Mousehold and like Strength Snap Jump Left so that they both kind of support in different ways.
Yeah, I do like that. So they're big attackers. Arcanine, Brute, Bonnet, Palafin. Do any of them have a lot of spread moves? A lot of them are single target to where like Follow Me seems like it would be. I mean, I'm sure they get some type of spread move, but
yeah, like honestly, I mean, if it wants to go physical, it has Earthquake, but I assume it would want to go. As I don't know, this physical and special attack are about the same, so Colossal could be physical and go for Earthquake.
But then, like, already almost half of our team, well, Iron Jug and Jump Left, so
yeah,
I think as long as we like throw protect on things, then we can always protect. Jump Left can, like, in that case, Strength Sap, and now the Earthquake's doing less damage.
Yes. So, honestly, not that I can see, maybe, I mean, Electrode with Explosion, but that's kind of it. Not much spread from what I can see.
Okay, so yeah, so if we do Follow Me Mouse and then Strength Sap, Jump Left, what would be?
And I mean, if we want to enable the Bramble Gas, we have to put Fairy Wind, actually. Yeah. So, I guess the decision would kind of be, with Pollen Puff, because we want Tailwind, we want Strength Sap, we want Fairy Wind. Pollen Puff could be one of those things where we could switch it out for something else, for another supporting move, or if we think that it is, you know, good enough to keep, then we can keep it as well.
I think their only fake out mon is Sneasel, so that'd be like the one thing that we definitely sure want to.
I think in that case, we should put a Covert Cloak on this thing.
Oh, right.
That's what I was running on my Jump Left.
That do be an item.
Yeah, it do be a really good item.
Just say we want to try and definitely get off Bramblegast. So we have Tailwind on Jump Left. We've got the Fairy Wind, which also boosted, so obviously ability. Yes. Wind Rider. How are its stats?
Its attack is really high, or like it's good. It's a good attack. Its speed isn't terrible. I mean, it's not like base 100 or anything, but it's like up there.
Yeah, and then if you throw Tailwind, like, I mean, obviously you need Tailwind, and then the Wind Rider's already going to give it basically a +1 in attack, and then we have that speed boost, and then if Jump Left goes for... In that case, I think we would definitely want Protect on it, just because then we get that attack and speed boost as Tailwind's getting set up. Otherwise, they just double into Bramblegast after.
Yeah.
So we have Protect, and then its priority is
Shadow Sneak,
which do be good against like
priority boosted Shadow Sneak with Stab. Yeah, this thing is gonna go crazy.
The only things that we have to be careful are their normal types, because like Stantler, Squawkabilly. I think that's it. I think it's just those two. Oh, Electrode's a normal type, right? So we'd have to like Shadow Sneak. I can't be down in Electrode?
No, it's just Electric.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about? You're scaring me.
I'm sorry. It wouldn't be a team builder if we didn't scare each other, okay?
It's just Stantler and Squawkabilly. That's it. Which is still scary though. Because like Squawkabilly gets Parting Shot, which I don't know why they gave it that. That's scary. So like being aware of things like that. And I don't know, Stantler has Sap Super for a hidden ability, so that's with grass moves, so we also do have to like be wary of that for Bramblecast. That's the ultimate Brambleghast counter.
Yeah, so like it might show up. So we just like that's one thing that we do need to.
Oh no, it 100% is gonna show up.
Okay,
now
well no,
with
if we keep an eye out, if we see that it has Intimidate, then we know Brambleghast is safe. If not,
true. But I think we have to majorly consider that Stantler is going to be coming because that's scary.
Exactly. So we have to make sure that before we get Brambleghast set up, or Brambleghast just targets the opponent, because Sapsipper isn't like. It's not like Storm Drain, so it doesn't like draw in the roots of the grass moves. It just if he swaps in Stantler when we're going for a grass move, it's going to get that attack boost.
So it gets an attack boost.
Attack is raised by 1 stage when the Pokemon's hit by a grass type move.
So the grass physical move for Brambleghast, it can get a couple of options. The safer one being Seed Bomb, the more aggressive one being Power Whip. There's also Bullet Seed, but I think you'd have to contribute a loaded dice for that to even work. So I think Seed Bomb is probably better. I don't know.
Yeah, I think one thing is we just probably have to take a look at damage calcs, and if we wanted to go for, if like Power Whip is getting knockouts on anything that we for sure need knockouts on. Otherwise, if we Seed Bomb, we do have that redirection with Mouse.
Right.
Jump Left can boost up Brambleghast speed because we're already going to be at +1 or 2, and just anytime Brambleghast is out, barring our opponent intimidating our Tumbleweed.
Yeah, because if we can avoid Bullet Seed unless it's necessary, then we can give a better item to Brambleghast.
Yeah, I don't know what item that would be, but I definitely think there is a better item.
You want to do 2 ghost types moves and 1 grass?
I don't think so, because then we can't touch Stantler.
Yeah, that's tricky.
So we kind of need, unless we want to do Terra type fighting Terra Blast the Stantler.
Terra fighting the Stantler? Does this thing get fighting moves?
I mean, if you just Terra Blast and then...
It gets 0 fighting moves. It said no.
I know, but
Terra Blast is good though.
Yeah, Terra Blast just on the off chance that we need, what if it's like, if it's game 3, Brambleghast versus Stantler, and they think they've got it, and we Terra fighting Terra Blast.
What's gonna be our last mon? Because I think that'll help us figure out if we want Iron Jug to be more offensive or more supportive. Let me see. So we're expecting Arcanine. We're expecting Brute Bonnet.
Yeah.
We're gonna, for now, expect Stantler because it very much seems like a scary mon for our specific strategy. We're gonna consider
Mimikyu.
Palafin, right? And Mimikyu. Mimikyu, and I'm just gonna say we're gonna expect Colossal.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so like just some big threats in general. So if we consider all of those, they have a lot of Pokemon weak to fighting, which we would have Primate for. They have some Pokemon weak to ground, which we also have Primate for. And some Pokemon weak to water, but the Pokemon weak to water are also weak to the other things that we would be bringing. The common theme I'm seeing is that we're hitting a lot for super effective with Primate.
Yeah, so we just kind of have to I have to go into these battles protecting Primate. Primate is the baby.
Primate can be physical, and then Camerupt could be special.
True.
If anything, you could even just focus on a strong Earth type move and bring things like Will-O-Wisp. You could bring Yawn. You could bring Rock Slide. You could do a couple of other things. And like you could even give this thing earth power. You could do a special earth type move, you know, like so. But the good thing is with camera up, that's why you have your armor, magma armor. Oh, sorry, not magma armor. Solid rock. You receive 3/4 damage from super effective moves. So that's helpful. So if you want to make it a more supportive camera up with like Yawn and Will-O-Wisp, you could always invest more in your defenses.
Because I think Dark Pulse would just be better. I mean, we can also throw Tailwind on it in case if we don't feel comfy like Tailwinding would jump off.
I think we should definitely have Tailwind on Iron Jug because just more options for Bramblegast.
Exactly.
And that's always good.
Iron Jug does get Earth Power. Which will also help against, well, just like another ground type move. Because Camera Up would just use. Did we say we're doing a special attack? Or, oh, well, Camera Up also gets Earth Power.
You have the option, yeah. You have the option of going special.
And its support moves are.
Will-O-Wisp, Yawn. Basically, like, well, I don't think Torkoal gets Will-O-Wisp, does it?
Does Torkoal?
Yeah, I was gonna say basically like a knockoff Torkoal, but I don't know if Torkoal gets Will-O-Wisp.
I don't think it does.
Okay, so better than Torkoal.
Honestly.
This specific instance.
It gets Fissure.
No, please don't do Fissure. I mean, it also gets Helping Hand. Like, this is just gonna be a supportive rock.
Yeah, I think I kind of like Helping Hand, because I don't think Camera Up will ever be. Well, hopefully Camera Up's not out there by himself.
So yeah, I think Yawn and Will-O-Wisp and Helping Hand, and then the attack maybe.
Well, I think it would need an attack. Okay, and then it depends
Just
if we wanted to
coverage.
go physical or special with Camera Up. Because it has Earth Power, but it also does get Earthquake if we want to do that spread.
Right. So we can take a look at the defenses. But a lot of these mons have very equal defense and special defense. So it might not even matter. I think Earth Power just so you don't have that spread reduction.
Yeah, that, and I mean, Camera Up has a slight higher special attack. Earthquake is stronger, but you have that spread reduction. True. And if Camera Up is out with like Bramblegast or Primeape, like we're gonna do damage to them.
Yeah. That seems good. That seems good.
Maybe we just throw a flying move on Iron Jug, and then we can just throw one on it right now, which would be what, Air Slash?
I think that's the best thing it gets. Yeah.
Because...
Yeah, Air Slash, Dark Pulse, and Protect.
And Tailwind.
Yeah, I think that's good. Ooh, I got bad news. Sneasel might kill us.
Why? Because ice or dark?
Because of the ice type coverage. Because Bramblegast, Jumpluff, and Iron Jug do not love ice type moves.
So I feel like we could just like probably have Sash or I guess Eviolite if it wanted to be bulkier, but I think those would be like the only two options. So as long as we like either two-shot it, but Bramblegast does also have like priority.
I think that at least one of our mons should have a Terra type that is resistant to ice, if possible. Because like it's doing super effective damage to 3 of our mons, and then everything else is doing neutral to.
Okay.
So I think it might be beneficial. We're pretty scared about flying type moves too, apparently. So Squawkabilly might be pretty dangerous for us. Is there a type that's resistant to ice and flying?
A
Steel. Okay. Easy. So we just make all those mons. I think Steel Jumpluff is actually, that's what the tear type I had in mind. So I think Steel Jumpluff is still pretty viable.
If you think Brute Bonnet might put us to sleep, like I don't know how, I think Brute Bonnet's slow, but we could do Terra Grass just to like avoid any spores. If they do see that like Primeape is going to wreak havoc.
I'm just thinking if we want to switch up the moves too at all, because I know Earthquake and Drain Punch for sure.
So then Earthquake, Drain Punch, Bulk Up. I mean, oh, my bad. Earthquake, Drain Punch, Thunder Punch. Would we want Protect on this?
Protect, probably, yeah.
Oh, I gave it Thunder. We do not need Thunder on you. And then probably Protect, just because, just with the Fiamons, I really do like making sure there's Protect, because...
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Okay, so no Bulk Up this time. So I think it's just finish up mouse attacks. So we have Taunt, Follow Me.
Yes.
We definitely need an attacking move, and I don't know if we want to go Super Fang. Do we like Super Fang, Wide Lens? Oh, no, we had Mental Herb in case if we Follow Me taunted.
Right. So do they have taunt? They surely do, right? Squawkabilly gets taunt. I would expect it to have taunt.
Can we get rid of Squawkabilly?
I mean,
please?
Obviously, I think Mimikyu also has taunt too. Yeah. So Mimikyu, Squawkabilly. I'm pretty sure Sneasel gets taunt. Yep. So we might want to think of keeping Mental Herb.
Okay, so
I think that's a pretty solid set that we have.
And then just keep Super Fang on it.
I don't know what else you would give it. To be fair, Mousehold isn't gonna be the priority damage dealer, so
Exactly.
I think Super Fang is still okay.
Now it's just items. So if we're keeping Mental Herb on Mouse, Iron Jug, Booster Energy still, right?
Yeah, I think Booster Energy for sure.
And then Jumpluff, we've got the Cloak. So it's just Brambleghast and Camerupt.
Okay, so in that case, I think Brambleghast should get the Life Orb, possibly. Just so it's doing big time damage.
How many physical attackers do they have?
Physical? Palafin, Brufonnet, Mimikyu, Colossal.
Do we throw a Rocky Helmet on Camerupt so that way when they attack us?
Okay, that's interesting. I think mayhaps,
because like we can't throw Assault Vest on it. He's got to be bulky with his own just because he's. But like there's Rocky Helmet.
I mean, depending on how much damage you take, maybe a berry.
True.
Depending, because if it's tanky, especially with Mousehold, berry might make sense.
Brambleghast, we could also do Clear Amulet so they can't intimidate us. Right?
Shut up! Wait, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. No, that's perfect.
Because then as we're boosting, like, if they're going to try and swap Intimidates in.
Yeah. Yes. No, I think that's actually perfect. Our little grass boy with his necklace.
No.
He's so cute and happy.
No. I hope I do him well this week.
We cook so well together.
We do. Something's cooking here.
Something is cooking. We don't know if it's good or not yet.
Well, we'll find that out.